Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MOWAKing Chronicles with your host, the MOWAKing. And want to start out by saying Happy New Year to everyone on this special episode. We have two guests today. We got Kristin, the MOWAKing's bride, my wife, and we got the Duke himself, Grant Bird. Say hey, Grant Bird.
Hey.
We're here to talk about a bunch of things today, and so we welcome you into our home for this special New Year's edition, post-Christmas episode of the MOWAKing Chronicles. So, thank y'all again for being here, and we got a lot to talk about, Grant Bird. So, let's talk about Christmas. This is January the 1st, so we just got through last week with Christmas. Grant Bird, did you have a good Christmas? Got to say it into the mic, man.
Yes.
What did you get for Christmas?
Mini Force and Power Rangers.
Mini Force and Power Rangers. That was so cool. What was your favorite thing that you got?
Mini Force.
Mini Force? Good.
You got one other cool thing for Christmas.
What other cool thing did you get for Christmas?
A light up big boy bed.
A light up big boy bed. That was really neat. Man, we had a good time with that. So we posted some videos showing him getting his bed and opening presents. And just like everyone else, we celebrated the Christmas season. So we were so glad to get through Christmas. So we started out the month of December. Do you remember where we went to, Grant Bird? Do you remember where we went to?
Where did we go?
The cruise.
Oh, that was earlier this year. That's right.
Well, I think he's talking about the cruise we got coming up this year.
We're going to talk about that too. But where did we go earlier when we went and rode the train?
Where did we go?
Who we see?
Santa.
Santa, that's right. So for those you don't know, we made kind of a annual tradition of going to see they have a RV park over in Baldwin County called Wales West, and it's a nice place. We go there usually for Halloween and for Christmas. Kind of started us a new tradition. So the Halloween one is a little different. They have like a pumpkin patch that you can go do when you ride this little train around the RV park. And then at Christmas time, it's really, really nice. It's decorated. There's Christmas lights, Christmas trees, and they give you cocoa and cookies. And you get a chance to see Santa Claus.
They also have it in the spring for Easter, but we haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, we're going to have to try out for the Easter one. And it was a big crew this time. It's the first time that Dad went with us. We got to get your dad to go, hopefully. See how that goes.
As Grant calls him, his name's Pop in our family.
Yeah, we're going to have to. So my mom and dad and Kristin's mom, and then my cousin went, and we all just had a good time. We actually had my other cousin, Marissa, right before she just had a baby, so we welcomed a new little cousin, a little baby Koa.
We've had a lot of fun experiences this year.
A lot of stuff that's been going on. One of the most important things that we talked about, though, is we got a chance to go to Mass a little bit, and the Advent season is very important, and I think, for us being Catholic converts, it's a very nice time for us, and seeing the Advent candles, and you got to see the candles getting lit probably more than I did. The three purple candles and then the pink candle. Do you remember what they are, like what they stand for?
I mean, I do know what they stand for, but to me there is a lot of importance when it comes to Advent season over just the candles that we talk about. But just for answer's sake, the three purple candles are hope, peace, and love, and the pink candle represents joy. And then the one that you missed was the center candle, the most important of all 5 Advent candles. And it is the white candle. And Andy, do you know what the white candle represents?
Christ.
Okay, yeah. So Christ, the reason we even have Christmas.
Celebrate.
We love the gifts that he brings, hope, peace, love, and joy, but Christ is the center of the Advent wreath, and he is the center of our faith. And so that is really what we center Advent season around, is around Christ, because he's the reason we have Advent anyways. But it is, from my perspective, from, I guess, being the mom in our family, getting to take Grant to church and him learning the things that we do in Mass, and like what certain things in the church are called and why we do certain things as he's getting older. It is fun and it's neat to see him participate and reminding us of things that we maybe forget, or asking the questions that we don't think to ask because we assume we already know. But it's been a fun Advent season.
It's been fun. Well, I know we been going to talk all over the place a little bit.
You don't want to talk on our episode today?
Again, this is just a very informal front porch type conversation today. So
Grant is now asking to go to his room. He's being shy and doesn't want to participate.
Shy. Grant Bird, you tell him about your bed.
Talk to him one more time. Tell him about your bed. What can you do under your bed? So for reference, this bed that he got is a low loft bed. So it's a little bit higher up off the ground. It's not like a normal bed that you would see. We specifically wanted this type of bed for him because it does create storage and organization and all the things. But he has some friends that have some low loft beds, cousins of his, and he has been asking for one. But come tell him what you can do under your bed. Play. And what can you do with chalk on the wall?
Color with it.
You can color with it. So we also did some like vinyl chalkboard stickers that we put on the wall, and he can draw, and there's some bookshelves under his bed he can sit and read, and there's a rug, and so it is a nice area for him to be able to play and kind of explore and be creative if he wants to. And he's got plenty of Paw Patrol toys in his room, and plenty of are they monster trucks, or what are they in there? Hot Wheels, maybe?
You got a lot of Hot Wheels stuff. So Christmas was really fun. It's a really fun season for us. So hopefully I'll try to say a little bit more while we go through this episode. So what we started out that week being, I was off for the week. Kristen was off. So it was fun getting to spend some time together, enjoying some family. So we went to a little Christmas party on Friday. That was really fun. It was an adult Christmas party, so we got to experience that and had a good time with that. And then we went around and saw the Christmas lights next to some good friends of ours' house. Y'all know Cody that's been on here. We went next to his house. They have a bunch of Christmas lights, and so that was fun, and he got to experience that. And then Christmas Eve, we done Christmas with my side of the family. That evening we shared gifts and celebrated and ate some good food. And then Christmas Day, after Grant had a chance to open Santa and presents and play for a little while, we decided to go to see Kristen's family and family that came in from out of town. So that was really neat. Grant Bird, what you playing with?
A big Megazord.
A big Megazord. Come let Daddy see it. If y'all did not know, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers have returned in the toy world. And he really likes it. Man, that is a cool Megazord. Do you know all their names?
Yeah.
What's all their names?
That, Kimberly.
Say it to the mic. Say it to the mic.
That, Kimberly, Jason, Tommy, Trini,
What color is Tommy?
Billy.
What color is Billy?
Tommy's the green one.
Tommy's the green one. All right. Who's the black one?
Zach.
Zach. All right. Who's the pink one?
Kimberly.
Kimberly. All right. Who's the blue one?
Billy.
All right, who's the yellow one?
Trini.
All right, and then who's the red one?
Jason.
Who's your favorite?
I'm Jason.
Jason's your favorite. Jason is Daddy's favorite too.
Kimberly is Mama's favorite.
And you know who's Papa's favorite?
Who is Papa's favorite?
Zach.
Papa's favorite is Zach. All right.
Papa was my daddy.
So he calls my mom and dad Nanny and Pop, and he calls Kristen's mom and dad Mama and Papa. So, and if you can't tell, he's spoiled. Come get your Megazord, man.
Mom.
It's just sitting on my desk. Be careful. So it's all about traditions. We got a lot of different traditions that we do. We done cookies for Santa and reindeer food and enjoyed that. So we had a lot of good things going on. So it's 2026, babe. Got a lot of stuff coming up right now. Got February is Mardi Gras. Got your birthday in February. March is my birthday. Anything special you want for your birthday?
I don't think so. We talk about this all the time, that we pretty much buy for ourselves what we want when we want it. Thankfully we are able to do so, but there's not really much, that we don't have that we necessarily want or don't have.
It's a lot of fun stuff we got coming up in store. Well, let's talk about the biggest thing that we're going to do. We're going on an Alaskan cruise. So, Grant Bird, you ready to go on the Alaskan cruise?
We're talking about the big boat. You coming to talk about the big boat?
Yeah.
Come sit beside me.
Come
And let's
tell
talk about the big
everybody
boat.
I want to talk about it.
He don't want to talk about
He don't want to talk about it. I'm shocked.
it. Yeah, he don't want to.
What did we do? What did me and you do yesterday? What did we buy? Our tickets for what?
For going to the cruise.
The cruise.
That's
But how are
right.
we getting to the cruise? What are we going to get on to get to the cruise?
The airplane.
The airplane. We bought our plane tickets yesterday for the airplane, and we're getting on a big plane. And we are headed to Seattle. We're going to try to go to Seattle a day ahead of when we actually have to be on the ship, because we've never been to Seattle, so that's going to be a new experience for us too. And we want to do the Space Needle, and we want to do a couple other things that are there. And then we're going to be pretty brave and take our parents with us. My mom, Andy's mom and dad are going. And his mom and dad have never flown before, so that's going to be an experience in and of itself.
Well, we've flown before, so that's a good
We
thing. It ain't
have.
like everybody hasn't, that's with us hasn't flown. At least me, you, Grant, and your mama's flew before, so we'll
when
be able to
Grant was
help.
3 when he flew, and so I don't know that he will remember. He might remember, but this is also a longer flight than the one we took last time, so the experience is going to be different.
Yeah, and we've flown to different places. We've flown out of Mobile, out of Pensacola. This will be our first time flying out of New Orleans. So like to hear from people out there what their experience is flying out of Louis Armstrong Airport. So that'll be interesting to talk about. And we're going to travel actually on Alaskan Airlines. That's going to be a long flight, though.
We've never flown Alaskan Airlines.
We
either.
haven't. We've flown American, United, Spirit, Delta. So we've flew the bigger ones, but we've never flown
Who did I fly on whenever I flew up to Indiana? Do you remember?
Delta.
Delta.
Yeah.
I like Delta. But yeah, we've never flown Alaskan. Alaskan has some good reviews, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to a nonstop direct flight, given all of the bags and all of the people we are trying to corral. I am thankful that we're not going to have to get off of one plane and back onto another. So I'm excited about that, even though it's going to be a little bit longer.
So what determined why we decided to go on an Alaskan cruise?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Why did we decide to take the Alaskan cruise?
Well, we We try to take one cruise a year, you know. Grant is 4, and this will be his 4th cruise. We originally intended on going to the Virgin Islands, which I know is vastly different than Alaska. It's opposite spectrum. Warm, Caribbean, very nice. We were excited. Not that Alaska's not nice, because I'm excited about it too. But Heather and CJ, Andy's brother, and my brother and then Heather, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Andy's sister-in-law, they will make their 25th wedding anniversary on June 1st. And that is right in the middle of our trip. And they are wanting to renew their wedding vows in Alaska. So we have detoured from the Virgin Islands, and we are headed to Alaska for this cruise, which is going to still be the experience of a lifetime. It's something that we've never done, and I'm excited to do. And so we're going to try to find a place for them to renew their wedding vows. I think their plan is we're going to be in Juneau on June 1st, the day of their actual wedding anniversary. Mm-hmm. And they're wanting to renew their vows somewhere along, you know, in Juneau. But what's neat about this year specifically is Andy's mom and dad in March will make their 50th wedding anniversary. Heather and CJ will make 25 years in June on June 1st. And then Heather's parents will make 49 years the last day that we're either the last day we're on the ship or the day, I think maybe the day we get off the boat. And then there's me and Andy. And this year in May, we will make 13 years of being married. Did you just say 12? Okay, 13. You did your fingers, 1 and 3. 13 years of being married. And for me, that's not like in our family. For Andy's family, he has people surrounding him all over that are married forever. In my family, it's a little bit different. Couples don't typically stay married in my family for a long time, but we've made it to 13 years. So for me, it's a pretty big milestone, and I'm thankful that we're still trucking along.
You got the itinerary where all
you got the book over there. So I am a bit of a planner, and I have made
I'm looking at a very detailed outline and plan.
I have an Alaskan cruise planner with how many tabs is it? About 6 or 7 tabs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It has the daily itinerary of where we'll be each day. Each cabin, who's staying in the cabins, has their own tab, like with their room numbers. I already have luggage tags printed out, and our trip is not for another 6 months. I have a tab for flights. I have to print out our flight itineraries and all the things, boarding passes and stuff. But I am, of the two of us, a very detail-oriented person. I have to know where we're going to be at all times. I even have the last tab is the ship. What is it, Andy? The deck plans? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Yep, I have the deck plans in there too. But yeah, I have to have a plan. I'm a planner through and through. And so I have made a book.
The flights. Oh yeah, they got to add the flights in here.
I told you I got to print those out because we just booked them yesterday.
So for it to be a 7-day cruise, it's leaving from Seattle. We'll have some fun day at sea. Then really another fun day is Forgeards.
The what?
The Forgeards. The Forgeards, that's what it's called.
They're not called Forgeards.
What is it?
It's Fjords.
Fjords. Well, we're going to go by the Fjords. It's spelled Fjord.
Well, and truly, I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly,
Fjords?
but I'm
no,
sure.
That's probably not right.
But I'm sure that it's not Forgeards.
Fjord. Tracy Arm. Fjord, I guess. All right, we're gonna go with Fjord. If that sounds.
But you're not getting off.
We're not getting off there. It says that we're gonna see things, waterfalls. We're gonna see glaciers.
I'm googling this.
Yeah.
How do you say?
Well, while you doing that, the next stop is in Skagway, so that'll be funny. The next stop is in Juneau, Alaska, so that'll be real neat. That's the capital of Alaska, so definitely looking forward to seeing some stuff in Juneau. The next spot goes way up, and we're going to be at Ketchikan. that's going to be some fun stuff to see. We've been looking at some excursions to do at different places. And I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to Victoria, British Columbia, which is in Canada. We've never been to Canada before, so that'll be really neat to see. Grant Bird, you ready to go on the big boat?
Yeah.
What you got now? What is that? Come tell us in the mic what that is.
Fjord.
Fjord. I told you.
That is what I said.
No, that's what I said.
Okay, everybody, let's rewind about probably 2 minutes. I think you said fjord. Fjord. It's not.
So
Fjord.
It's on the Carnival Miracle. So,
which we've never been on the Miracle.
Never been on the Miracle. It's a little bit smaller ship than I think some of the other classes.
I don't know how many people you want traveling around icebergs with you, truly.
Yeah, but it's going to be a different experience, not coming off of the Mardi Gras, which I enjoyed the Mardi Gras this year.
It was a huge ship.
The Mardi Gras was a super nice ship. It was nice for us to go do that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So that's our big trip that we have planned this year, right smack in the middle of the year, and I am excited about that. What's another big thing we are leaning towards this year, babe?
Well, if the good Lord's willing, we're going to try to see about having us another baby sometime next year. So interestingly enough, probably about a month or two ago, I picked Grant up from daycare, and the daycare director asked me if I was pregnant. And of course, your mind goes to, God, she probably thinks that I look fat, and maybe that's why she's asking. But I laughed, and I just said, no, ma'am, I'm not expecting, not yet. And she said, well, Grant has been telling everyone. Grant Bird, come here for a second. He's here 1 minute and here the next.
He's 4.
He's 4.
And he's huffing that I'm asking him to come back.
Because he's in the middle of playing with Power Rangers and tanks. And
when you were at school, what have you been telling everybody that you are having? A what?
A baby sister.
A baby sister.
Oh, Lord.
And whenever I asked him who told him that, because that was not so, who did you say told you were having a baby sister? Jesus. So he has said to myself and several other people that Jesus has told him he will be having a baby sister. So I'm not sure what his plans are, and I'm not sure what God's plans are.
What?
5 trucks, police cars, excavators.
Plan is fire trucks, police cars, excavators. That sounds like a good plan. And ambulances.
And policemen.
All right.
So I think he's talking about staying home and playing with his toys, but
yeah, he's been off for 2 weeks for daycare.
Those are his plans. But we're not quite sure the plans that God has for us. But whatever it is, baby sister or otherwise, we will gladly welcome whatever children God has in store for us. But according to Grant Bird, God and Jesus has already told him he will be having a baby sister. So we will see what this year has in store for us. We have started back working with the Center for Reproductive Medicine. I think we are going to attempt an IUI around June when we return from the trip. I think that is the plan that we've settled on. There's some procedures and stuff that I have to have done before then, so we'll probably work on those about April or May. And then maybe we'll be in an episode later on down the road talking about welcoming a new baby.
Welcoming a new baby, and that process is definitely going to be different. It's dealing with a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and it's going to be, well, I get sad about it, but Kristen's like, well, he's just growing up, but Grant will start big school this year too.
Well, I won't say that I don't get sad about it. But
I'm sad about it. My baby's growing up too fast.
It's bittersweet because he's definitely not a little baby. When he was a little baby, those days were so exhausting, and I don't miss the newborn stage at all. But
and then we're going right back into it, trying to have a new baby.
Yeah, as we talk about having another one. I don't miss the newborn stage at all. I do not function very well not having any sleep. But I thoroughly enjoy seeing the person that he is becoming, having conversations with him going down the road, like in the back seat. He always has something to say. Car rides are never boring. Our our life is so much fun right now, and it absolutely has everything to do with where he is and what he's doing at all times.
Yeah, he's funny. He says a lot of things. He says a lot of things that he's not supposed to say at times.
Well, he repeats
and
things
he repeats
that he shouldn't be hearing.
For those that's caught me on Discord, and sometimes I do get a little heated on Battlefield and all, and he has repeated some of the words that I have said that he need not say.
Well, then you probably need not.
Then that means
them.
I don't need to say them either.
And he's quick to say, "Daddy, did you say
such and such?"
That's a bad word.
That's a bad word, and he knows the difference in bad words. So that's part of 2026's plans, is try not to say any bad words out there. But I'll work between working as a police officer some and working at a paper mill. Them guys will definitely try your patience sometimes. And then Kristin working at the school, teenagers will definitely try your patience. So he's singing Go Green Ranger now
as we speak.
So let's talk about him going to school. I mean, that's kind of the thing where we're still deciding where we want to send him. Let's talk about, we had an opportunity to talk with the folks at St. Dominic's Catholic School, and they're really interested in Grant coming down there because a lot of there's about, 7 or 8 kids in our parish.
I think there's 7 currently, 7 children from our parish.
That's going down there to St. Dominic's in Mobile.
Yeah. And
the biggest thing is just getting him down there. I don't know, because us living here in Mount Vernon, and for reference, where the school is at would be about an hour away, a good solid hour. So biggest thing is when me working, we could pick him up in the afternoon times. We got planned for that. It's just getting him down there. What'd you say? So we got to get him down there is what we trying to figure out, and that's the biggest thing. But I think that's a good opportunity for him to get a good education. I mean, I'm not knocking the public school system. I think there's some improvements.
I work in the public school system.
Kristin works in the public school system, but biggest thing is I want him to get an education and get one of the best educations, because he is super smart. He's all boy, but he's super smart.
Yeah, super smart.
You are super smart.
About
what?
Scores and about 5 foot and about.
Well, tell everybody what your cat's name is then.
Sylvester.
They can't hear you. You got to say it up in that mic.
Come on, right here.
Tell them what your cat's name is while you sitting there talking.
Sylvester.
All right. What did you got me putting together? What is this? Triceratops Mini Force. So, Mini Force is a show similar to Power Rangers on Netflix, and he absolutely loves it. It's one of his favorite shows. They are similar to Power Rangers in that they have Zords or weapons and stuff, and they transform.
What Zords?
What the dinos? What do they say when they morph? What they say? What does Sammy say when he morphs, or Volt? Super what? Say super dino. Super dino power. Transform. All right, there you go. Where's she at? Where's Lucy at? And he knows all their names, because when we got those particular ones, they came in Korean writing, so we didn't know much of anything about them other than that's what he liked. But he knew all of their names, because the show it was originally from Korea, but they dubbed it over, and he really enjoys it. It's a neat little show. And this thing is, you got to be so careful with what kids watch nowadays, because, not getting too politically correct, but there's just a lot of stuff that's not appropriate for kids that's out there.
You might not be politically correct, but I will.
Yeah.
We were watching a show on Netflix at one point, and they were discussing non-binary characters and...
Well, I had a fit. There was one time we was watching a Transformers cartoon, and it was real late at night, and he fell asleep watching it. Well, I woke up to turn the TV off, and I realized that whatever episode it was, there was a transformer that she specifically, I say she, it referred to itself as non-binary. It said, I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl, and I just don't like stuff like that.
No,
That's not appropriate for kids.
A robot transformer is an it, so you can say it's an it, but
it was voiced by a girl.
In that setting, I don't know, like children, my personal belief is children should not have to be subjected to pronoun changes or sex changes or just things of that nature. Like, they have so much time in their life to be exposed to things like that. And so in our home, as long as we can protect him from the things that are not necessary, we can and we will. And then Coco Melon, we watch old Coco Melon, but we don't watch Coco Melon Lane because there is one of the children has two dads, and we just
and it's a lot to explain to a child. And I know there's
like
children
when he
that's
asks where is their mom, and they don't have one,
right?
And in our house, we don't live our life like that. Like,
I mean, and we're not around people that's like that. We're not passing judgment on people that are like that. We just don't think it should be in children's shows, and I think that's been a big controversial issue, but it shouldn't be a controversial issue because, I mean, us as good faith believing Catholics, I mean, we believe in the things of the church, and, you know, we just don't want stuff like that exposed. And it's not, we can't protect him from the world, but we can at least, while he's little, give him a good foundation of what's right, and wrong is wrong. And that's where we have to do our job as parents. And I think what a lot of times we see is as parents want to try to be the child's friend instead of be the parent and teach them. So then you got some parents that don't hardly want a parent, that grandparents is raising them. Well, the grandparents are the baby boomer generation, and they're not as willing as mine and your generation's grandparents was to help out with kids. They want to be more independent.
But I mean, I agree with you to a point when you say we can't protect them from the world, but to a certain extent, like, that's our job, is to protect him from the world and to shield him from those things as long as we can. He took the pterodactyl off.
All right.
And at some point, like, we're not dumb or blind to the fact that he's going to be exposed to things, and we don't want to shelter him to a point where he is crippled when he does leave us and moves on to have his own family one day. And like, but I was always raised that, like, my dad always did the best that he could to explain to us in that moment in a way that we would understand.
Right.
But that being said, like, I still want to protect him from those moments as long as possible. When the time comes and he asks questions because he's exposed to something, I don't want to lie to him, and I don't want to brush it off. Like, I want to have a conversation with him about it, but I just don't want to have those conversations just yet with him at 4 years old. I just don't think that's necessary.
So, I mean, and we send him to a church daycare, so we try to make good decisions.
It's not a Catholic church daycare.
It's not a Catholic church daycare, but it's still a Christian daycare.
And
where's the head for the mastodon? For those who don't know, I'm having to put this Megazord thing together. Where's the head for the mastodon?
It's in your bucket in your room. It's in your bucket in your room.
So, yeah, I mean, and it's important for us to be established with things like that and just watch what we do. So, I mean, it's definitely different. 2026 has definitely got a lot of stuff going on. So we've talked about some things, and the tail is not wanting to go through.
I think you're distracted.
Yeah. All right, I got it now. Sorry about that, everyone. When you told you when you have a 4-year-old, it's always Power Rangers and toys, and you got it. And I'm having to put them all back together. There's 5 different Zords that combine to make one big thing.
One big mega one.
One big Megazord.
Yeah. And I have another one.
Grant Bird, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sure.
So it's important that we teach him good manners, too. So, So, well, I think we've talked about a lot of good things today and had a
Hello?
good. Oh, hello. You gonna say something now?
Is there something that you want to talk about?
Yeah, police cars.
What you can talk about police cars?
About police cars.
Um,
What about police cars are your favorite thing? Do you like the sounds they make or the lights?
I like fire trucks that make.
The sounds fire
Well,
trucks
now he
make.
likes fire trucks, so he's a 4-year-old boy, so you never know what he's gonna like. So there's that.
And he always changes on what's going on. So he likes a lot of stuff. Well, I think this is a good stopping point, good wrapping up point. What anything else you want to talk about before we get out here?
Not really. I don't really know.
Not really. We got to do our part 2 when we got a little time. It's just me and you finish
Yeah,
up.
part 1 was 4
Long-
months ago, I think.
No, it was longer than that.
Was it?
It was a year ago.
I don't know. Okay, so let me ask you this question before we go.
What?
are 3 things that you're looking forward to in the new year?
3 things that I'm looking forward to in the new year is, I guess, the cruise part. Cruise is what I'm definitely looking forward to.
Oh, you're looking forward to the Alaska cruise? For those who don't know, let me say this. He is excited about the Alaska cruise. We've had this conversation. But he really, really had his heart set on the Virgin Islands. So we are going to be planning a trip to the Virgin Islands. But we could in no way miss out on the opportunity to experience the vow renewal for Heather and CJ. So our plans just shifted a little bit. And so he's coming to be excited about the Alaska cruise. What a first world problem that you have to make yourself be excited about an Alaskan cruise. But
I know what we didn't talk about before we go there. My other 2 things. Looking forward to, as much as sad as it'll make me. I mean, he's growing up, but seeing him in big school and seeing what's going to happen this year.
Okay.
So we might maybe try him out, maybe baseball or something this year.
he can hit a ball, that's for sure.
He likes
Throw
to
a ball
play.
too.
But he might try soccer again. He said yes, he might try soccer.
He hated soccer.
He did not like practice. Practice was rough, and we talked about that on one episode.
To put some context to that, we are adamant about teaching him to share things with people and that you don't take things from people. And so then when you get to soccer, people are taking the ball from you and running away from you with it. And so like the concept to him was, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm not supposed to be taking things from people. And so in his mind, he struggled with that. And then he didn't like structured practice. He doesn't like to be told what to do or a time frame to do it in.
Yeah.
Because he's 4. So.
And I guess the third thing will be just see how it goes with us having a baby and just see how the year goes. A lot of stuff will just come up that'll be unexpected. So now I asked you, what's 3 things you're looking forward to?
3 things I'm looking forward to. Mine are a little bit different. I am looking forward to the Alaska cruise because of making memories with my family. And I'm looking forward to, within that same, getting to experience your mom and dad on their first flights because that's a big thing for them. I'm excited to see how they enjoy that experience. I'm looking forward to the possibility of growing our family. And, Grant going to school, I'm looking forward to that too. But Andy and I have been talking about, that was a ball he threw.
Oh.
Buying some land, building a house. So like working, it will not be this year that in 2026, I know, don't do that. It won't be in 2026 that we build a house or we buy a house. But I have always said I'll be 34 next month in February. And I've always said that when I'm 35 is when, and there's a reason why 35 is existent in this category here in this discussion. But I've always said that by the time I'm 35, I would like for us to be building a house, have bought a house, or really close to moving to that goal. So before I turn 36, that is the plan, and that gives us 2 years. And so where we live right now is very nice, and what we have right now is nice. And if nothing changed, I would absolutely be fine with that. But we want something, I think, closer to where Grant's going to be going to school and all of those things. So I'm looking forward to moving in that direction of like seeing financially what we can afford as far as buying or building. Like talking about house plans is exciting. Looking at house areas is exciting. Like all of that stuff. But specifically, just so everybody knows, like, I don't want to finance a house for 30 years, but the possibility of having a 30-year mortgage is there. I think we would probably do a 20-year mortgage financially. That's more responsible. But if we did a 30-year mortgage, or if we had to do a 30-year mortgage, then by the time our house that we bought or we built was paid off, then I would be 65 and I would be close to being able to retire. So like that was why the goal was always for me at 35. Andy does not, retirement, I don't know that is in his future. He loves to have something to do. So like working, I don't know that he would retire at 65. He might, but I don't know what that plan looks like for him. But my plan is to retire from what I'm doing, the school system, and be done with what I'm doing by 65 or at least 70 and enjoy traveling and trips and all that stuff. So I would love for our house to be paid off.
Yeah.
At least by 65. So plans for this year are to work closer towards building or buying, seeing where we land. Ultimately, our Alaska cruise is another thing that I'm excited about. And then expanding our family with for sure one, Lord willing, maybe twins.
We talked about all what Grant got.
He didn't hear me say that.
Yeah.
One, maybe two, God willing.
One.
You
One
don't
more.
have a say so over that.
One more.
So
Hopefully just one. So he's turning his Power Ranger thing on. Last little thing that I want to ask, we talked about Grant's stuff, what he got. What was one thing that you got for Christmas that you really liked? What's one thing out of the gifts you got for Christmas and when we were shopping and all, what was one of your favorite things you got?
I got a new,
spot.
yeah, I'm having to think about this. I got a new Michael Kors purse that I really, really love.
And Grant was not happy that you got to have a Christmas present before he did.
So on Black Friday, this is when I go back to saying that we buy for ourselves what we want when we want. And on Black Friday, there's always some really good sales. And so Andy and I will buy our Christmas presents for ourselves or for each other then, basically. But the Michael Kors purse that I got could not wait. So I've been using my Michael Kors purse essentially since Black Friday. And Grant was with us when we bought it and knew that it was supposed to be a Christmas present for me. And he found it very unfair that was said that it was supposed to be a Christmas present and I was already using it before Christmas. He pointed that out to me, I think 3 different times. Didn't Daddy buy you that for Christmas? And why do you have it already? Those are the words that I've been told. But it is very nice and special to me. I don't know. I love a Michael Kors purse. They're one of my favorites. I did get some very beautiful earrings, which were a surprise to me on Christmas morning. And then just a couple other odd and end things. I got a KitchenAid mixer that I was excited about. I've made bread a couple times. It's been pretty good in my opinion. Yes or no?
Yeah. I like the stuff that we've made with it so far.
Uh-huh. You should see the facial expression I'm getting, though.
No, it was good.
What about you? What was your favorite?
I enjoyed everything that Sandy Claus brought to me. My highlight I was not expecting was I got the new Nintendo Switch 2. I do love it. And I've been playing the mess out of it. Grant's had a good time playing it. We've been playing some Mario Party and Mario Kart. And I whooped the mess out of Kristin.
No, you did not.
Barely. You barely won.
I won. How is that whooping the mess out of me? You did
I
not
was
win.
whooping, and you won on a bonus star at the end.
Hey, I won on a bonus star, meaning I won. That's all that matters.
Oh, my goodness. So
he's jealous and upset that he can't beat me.
Yeah, so we had some good Christmas.
When we get off
Everything's
of
been
here,
good.
we're going to have a rematch.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Go to that paper on the tree.
We're going to have to take stuff down now. We still got Christmas stuff up, so this weekend will be kind of getting everything else back up and going.
Getting my house back in order. Any other moms out there knows the feeling of, I love Christmas. I love looking at my decorations, but they have taken over my house for over a month, and it is time for them to be stored away
Yep.
so we can get back to organization and order around here.
Well, Grant Bird, come tell everybody bye. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. You have to tell him that to make him come back out.
Come tell everybody
Come
bye.
tell everybody bye. Anything else you want to say? This is your last chance.
What's one thing you're looking forward to in the new year? Can you tell them that? What's one thing you're excited about for the new year?
Um,
Don't know?
Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps. We are going today to see Zootopia 2, and he is looking forward to Judy
Zootopia
Hopps.
2. Yeah, he's looking forward to that. All right. Well, tell everybody bye, Grant Bird.
Bye.
All right.
New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
So
From
Happy
our
New
family
Year.
to yours.
Happy New Year from our family. And as always, stay strong, stay true, and let's keep moving forward.